We're gonna be fishing today and we're gonna be using the Roboworm. I have used this one plenty of times and we're gonna try to catch some bass with it today. This color specifically is awesome. We're gonna talk about it too. All right, we're gonna be finishing our review on the Roboworm, but I did want to catch a fish on camera. I know we catch a lot of fish and you see the after effect, but I always think it's cool to see one get reeled in with it. So that's what we're gonna try today. Same setup as before, the wacky rig. I don't think it's gonna take long. Yep, I already got one. There you go. That was very fast. As soon as it hit the water, he hit it, and right through the top of the mouth is exactly where you want that hook. But you can see how effective that is. You see his belly. He's not going hungry. Little chunker there. But we're gonna go inside and finish talking about this particular worm, because it does have some cool features and some features that I really don't like. So we're gonna talk about that. So stay tuned for that. Decent little chunker, short but nice size. Got another one on the Roboworm, and the Roboworm actually broke off. We'll examine that one later, but there you go. Got another little bass here using that same Roboworm, and half of it I just there it is right there. I just put it back on the hook and just moved the towards the front, and where it was broken they ripped off the tail. And one for the Roboworm right there. Inhaled it. Welcome back. So this is the Roboworm 6-inch straight tail red crawler. This color is probably one of my favorites. I do love, there is like a strip of salt on these. Then fish love them. There's that strip of salt, and here's the worm. Very, very oily. I think that it is infused with something, which we're gonna read the package here. Only one, I use these over and over and over again, and I'll rehook them in different spots. And only one instance that I have where it actually ripped in half there. And I could really just hook this, wacky rig this, and throw it back out, and it's still gonna catch fish. The action of these, because they're so thin, is great. All right. So, Roboworm, made in the United States, salt release system. That's that trail of salt right there on the back. 6-inch straight tail red crawler, $5.50, and this is America's #1 finesse worm. I actually would probably give that to the cream, but you know, to each their own. The cream doesn't have the salt system, so you do have that Roboworm. Roboworms are made in open molds, hand-poured style. By layering up to 3 different colors, our worms appear more lifelike than others. Agreed. So basically, if you have, so this was made in a mold, okay? That is a mold where you have 2 pieces of metal, you have that shape, and on the side, they push in all the ingredients and glitter and everything in that, and it all will go in there, okay? You can put different colors in this, and it would come out like an Italian flag. It would be like red, white, green, okay? It would be sectioned off. This, the colors are going laterally, or horizontally. So it actually appears way better. For best results, use the rebarb, a quality worm holding hooks. We use less worms, catch more fish. Available at Roboworms. Let's see. This was made in California, which I wasn't expecting, because there's a warning for the P65 warning on it. Usually, they're not made in California. Their catalog is roboworm.com. Roboworm soft plastic technology, not for human consumption. I wish I would have read that earlier. So, as you guys saw, I do wacky rig my worms. I'm a huge finesse fisher. I fish primarily with 3 different baits, and they catch 99% of my bass. I fish with a whopper plopper and a chatterbait in soft plastics, and I wacky rig and toss it up in the air. It hits the water, and then the bass love it. Okay, so because in the water, when you wacky rig it, you got both sides just going like this on the way down, which creates movement off of both sides. I primarily will fish with darker colors, blacks, browns, black and blues, really dark blue, but I love fishing with a red color where people normally will fish with night crawlers. So you go somewhere where, like a bluegill pond, where people are out there just throwing night crawlers all the time, and bass are going to learn what a night crawler looks like, and they will attack anything that looks like a night crawler. Thus the Roboworm. I didn't think it was actually too light. It is quite translucent or transparent, like you can look through it. Okay, and it's not, like I said, it's not incredibly light. There are some, like a floating worm style, where it'll hit the water and it will stay on the water, and I'm not a huge fan of that. I like my stuff to sink down. This actually does a great job of sinking down, and I have caught some big bass off of this package. So I thought it was really cool to catch one on film, but also to show you guys that they do catch bass. So there you go. So let's go ahead and give this a score. Actually, you know where I got this from? I got this from Cabela's. So I wanted to tell you that too, because some people are like, where did your bar at? I got it from Cabela's. That's where I got it, John. Thanks. So let's give this a score. 0 being the worst, 10 being the best. I'd give this product, I'd probably say I would give it like a, I do like the salt in there. I do think that salt attracts fish and also keeps them biting on or holding on longer. So like if they, let's say a bass, if he grabs something and is pulling it under to get a second chomp at it, and then that's when you do your hook set, I do think that they're gonna hold on longer because of that salt. And I think it attracts, I think it brings in stuff because they can sense it in the water. Yeah, so I like that. I love the color, I love the action. The only thing I really don't like is, I do know it's greasy, but it does not appear to have like a fish attractant on it. Bass Pro Shops has a line of worms that they're like, the grease in there is the fish attractant, and I'll reuse their bags over and over and over again. I'll take other products and put it in their bags just to get that, all of the residuals. I do wish this had something like that, which it does not. But other than that, I would say I'd give it an 8 out of 10. So pretty good score, solid score. Good job, Roboworm. Good product here. The packaging, because sometimes also you'll buy a package of worms and like the packaging will fall apart. Like the sides will split, and like it'll just leak everywhere, or it just won't hold up. This has held the test of time. I've had this package alone for about 2 years, and I finally am getting around to making a review video of it. So good job. That is it. Thank you, and make sure you like, subscribe, share this video, share the channel. That's how the channel grows. And thank you for watching. Leave a comment, tell me where you're from, and God bless.